Joining us in our coaches check-in is head men's lacrosse coach Jim Berkman. Coach, you guys are a top-ranked team in both polls when the season was cut short. You guys were 7-0. How are you looking to build on that success from this season going into next year?
Well, obviously it was very disappointing, that the season finished, especially with the team that had developed over the last year. And we were real excited about where we were and the quality wins that we had and our ability to continue to improve that. I think everybody, all the players, all the coaches, all the staff, the trainers really thought this was a really special Seagull team that could make a great run this year and vie for maybe number 13 for sure. So that was very, very disappointing for sure. But, we always say that the glass is always half full. It's not half empty. And so with every mishap, every mistake, there's always opportunities. And the NCAA has given some young men a tremendous opportunity to come back and redo, a season as a year older. And it looks at this point that we're going to have 9 or 10 of our 15 seniors who are going to be able to come back. And that's all the All-American guys that were named after 7 games that will be returning. So that's very, very exciting to know that we going to get a redo with some really special guys, and everybody's going to be a year older as we move forward and hopefully get this thing back on track and we're out there competing in the fall.
You were hoping that this year was going to be number 13. The legacy of Salisbury Lacrosse speaks for itself. 12 national championships, countless All-Americans, countless NCAA appearances. What stands out about Salisbury that is standing the test of time?
Well, I think the whole program is based on a few things that really drive all our behaviors, Cyril. And I said, first of all, that, it starts with a mission statement that the players are made, they're not born. And that means that you got to work hard. And that mission statement is driven by the 4 pillars of Seagull Lacrosse. And the 4 pillars are what drives our behaviors every day, the staff and the players. And the first thing is, probably one of the most important things is that you got to be a guy that wants to get better. You got to be a guy that wants to improve. And you got to want to get better today. And that's very, very important here. 2, I think, that our guys and our second pillar is that we want guys that want to be great. We don't want guys that want to just go play lacrosse. We want guys that desire to be great. We want guys that desire to be All-Americans. And that being said, if you want to be great and you want to be an All-American, you're smart enough to know that you're going to have to work very, very hard. Thirdly, the third pillar of Seagull Lacrosse is we want people who want to win. But more importantly, in that process, we want kids that want to learn how to over-prepare for success. Because those that are over-prepared, even if they fall short, usually end up very, very successful. And that's one of the skills that kids learn at Salisbury that they're able to take with later in life that helps them to be successful on all levels. Fourthly, we want guys that want to be part of a tradition. Being a part of the Seagull family, putting on the maroon and gold and bleeding maroon and gold is a very, very important thing here. There's over 300 guys that have played for me over the last 32 years that are very proud. And that group of people, whether it's a lacrosse player or getting jobs, is a group that can help you go a lot farther than you could ever go by yourself when you're loyal to the Seagull mission here. But those 4 things, so it drives our behaviors every day. And I guess there's one little principle that's very, very important, I think, is the difference maker for us at Salisbury, is that we're a team that believes in edging. And edging is the stuff outside of 3 to 5. We know everybody works really hard 3 to 5. But the difference maker at Salisbury is what we do outside of the normal practice time. The come early, stay late guys, the guys that get in the morning, go to wall ball before class, the 4th and 5th lift a week. That's not the exception at Salisbury. That's the norm. And that's why we get a lot better over time and always have teams that are a lot better later in the year than they are in the beginning because of the extra stuff that is done. But those are the things that got to be important to you. If those things are important to you, this is a great place to play college lacrosse.
So when you're out on the road recruiting or talking to a potential student athlete, what are those characteristics or those skills that stand out to you when you're hoping to bring someone into the family?
Well, obviously, first you got to identify talent. When you're identifying talent for us, we're always looking for guys that are fast. speed kills. And so we obviously are looking for, we know that we can, through the process here in the 4 pillars, we can improve skill, we can improve shooting, we improve stick skills, but you can't improve speed a whole lot. So a kid's got to, we're looking for kids who can run. And then, obviously kids that play very hard, they learn how to play every shift. And I think the other thing when I'm watching kids play is that I always watch how they respond to situations. What happens when you score a goal versus your teammate scores a goal, and how does your teammate act towards you in each situation? How do you act towards them? To see if you're a team guy and a guy that people really, want to play with and play for, and those 3 things. And then once we see those things, then, then we're going to try to get you on campus. And then once we get you on campus, then we're going to find out if you're maybe one of these 1 or 2% guys that's going to believe in the 4 pillars, and that those things are going to drive your behaviors, and that's really, really important to you. And if you're one of those guys, after we identify that you have those talents and that you want to work very, very hard, then I think we can find out if you're ready to be a Seagull.
So, unfortunately, the season ended early. We're all staying at home, during this quarantine. But how are you staying connected with the team and the thousands and thousands of Seagull fans and alumni out there?
Well, we're trying to do something in social media, obviously, almost on a daily basis to keep people, abreast of what's happening with Seagulls and Seagull Nation. Today it was a front rush text to everybody about the virtual academic support that we wanted them to be aware of. This morning it was 2.5 hours of freshman academic meetings. Instead of being in my office, they were on the phone. I was on the phone with all 12 or 13 freshmen talking to them about their grades last week, what they got coming up, their routine. Coach Axel's doing that with the upperclassmen. I'm doing it with the freshmen as I normally do. And we're trying to keep them abreast of all the change things right now. The semester's taken on many new lights in a lot of ways. It's online learning. We got pass-fail stuff that's a little different. We got later withdrawal dates. We're just trying to get them into a routine and awareness of all the things that are going on so that they can be successful in school, obviously, first, but also to continue to improve, with their game. Our strength coaches have created a number of online things for them that they can have access to, and workouts that they can do regardless if they have any weights in their house, to continue to get better today.
How are you staying busy during this time, outside of lacrosse?
Well, obviously we're not preparing for any games, and we're not evaluating the game that we just played, which is usually the thing that dominates us at this time of the year, and the practices, watching people improve. So that takes a big chunk out of your day. That's something that you miss dramatically. I'm really a guy that loves practice, and I love to help people get better and improve and take the dents out of their armor. And that part of me is really has a void right now. But it's driving me to even want to come back more than ever. I miss it more than ever, and I can't wait to get back with this group next fall. But definitely doing some house projects that probably get neglected here a little bit, in the spring. And I think my wife's probably a little excited about that. But, as everybody, I think everybody's a little stir crazy. And we're just trying to read a lot to improve and get better, because I can read more now than I could during the season, and become a better coach and a better motivator. So I'm doing a lot of reading, catching up with some people that maybe I don't normally catch up with, watching some more training sessions and online stuff that to help me become a better coach, so that we can become a better team too. So we're doing a lot of things to continue self-improvement, but probably doing more of it on a daily basis than you normally have time to do.